it's Jasmine. Today I'm gonna be chit-chatting with you guys about my 2021 goals. It's already 2021, time passed so fast. I haven't done one of these like really chit-chatty videos in a really long time, so I thought that this would be the perfect way to start out the new year and just talk to you guys. Honestly, I ended 2019 at a really low point in my life, and I started out 2020 also at a really low point in my life. So at the time I was like, oh, 2020 is bound to get better if I started out so low, but it didn't really get much better. I wrote out a list of goals in 2020, so I'm gonna share some of them with you. The first one was to do better in school. I kind of gave up in quarantine. My second goal is actually something that I accomplished, and I'm really proud of myself for doing that, and it was to start working as a tattoo artist by summer. And I had been more confrontational about things, don't do things for friends that they wouldn't do for me, learn to say no more, cut off unhealthy people from my life. These are all things that I've somewhat accomplished. To stay more organized, that's still a resolution for me this year. And then it was to get better at saving money, which is yet again something that I still need to work on. So the original plan for this video was just to jot down my resolutions in the notes app and just share them with you guys, but I totally forgot that I received this Artist of Life workbook. The cover is so pretty, from Lavender, and she has this section in it where it's all about 2021 goals. And in these pages it has sections for health, relationships, career, personal growth, money, home, creative, and spiritual goals. So I'm just gonna go through them now. Oh my god, I can fill these boxes in, and then you guys can fill them out with me with your own goals. Big brain. I'm on my bed because this is the most comfortable place in my apartment. So starting out with health goals, how do I want my body to feel? I want to feel less tired. Damn, my handwriting has gone a lot messier. I've just been really tired lately. I'm not sure if it's because of the weather, because gloomy weather does tend to make me very gloomy. It might also be because I've been staying in bed a lot, probably that. But recently I've been working out consistently a lot more, so I'm starting to feel a little bit less tired. I do feel very sore though, but that's just from working out. I want to feel healthy. Sometimes I have a lot of eating issues. It's been much better now, but before I used to punish myself for eating too much, and then I would binge eat, or I would just not eat for a day, and that's really not good for my body. This is always something that I've consistently worked on. I'm still trying to get better at it. I feel like now I'm in a pretty good place, and to make that happen, my health habits and goals will be to work out consistently. Working out is really a lifestyle. On some days, it's just really hard to pull out the mat to even get out of bed. So to make this goal a little bit more achievable for me, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna try to work out at least 4 days a week. And as for working out, it's not only for the physical aspect of it, but also for the mental aspect. When I do work out, I do feel a lot happier. And like I said before, I feel less tired, which is really good. And as for the physical aspect, I want to be more toned and lean, just so I don't feel like a limp noodle all the time. I want to eat more healthy and balanced meals, and I want to discover more recipes, especially plant-based ones. I don't think I'm ready to take the step to becoming vegetarian or vegan, just because I still really like Korean barbecue and other things. These are my health goals. I just want to be happier and feel less tired. Moving on to career goals. What are my career goals for 2021? My career goals kind of tie into my creative goals. For tattooing, I want to get better at it. From starting back in last summer, I can already see a lot of improvement in my lines, but I feel like there can still be so much more that I can work on. Another goal for tattooing is that I want to work on bigger projects. The thing about big pieces that I have a lot of trouble with is that I kind of lose my patience like 4 hours in, which is why I tend to go for more smaller to medium-sized pieces. But I would love to do like a big arm piece, leg piece, back piece, anything, honestly, that's bigger than what I normally do. I just need to have more patience and dedication. And as for YouTube, my main goal is to create videos that I actually like. It's been really hard for me to pick up the camera and to vlog, but in my mind, I'm just like, I have to get this video out by a certain date, so I'm gonna have to vlog for the next 2 weeks. When I first started YouTube, it was just for fun because I really enjoyed just taking videos and editing videos, but now it's reached a point where I'm not really enjoying it so much as I used to. I just really want to live life in the moment. This is something that also ties into personal growth. I want to live life in the moment because I feel like when I'm 30 or 40 and I'm looking back and I'm thinking, what did I do when I was in my late teens to early 20s? And then realizing that life went by in such a blur because I was so focused on vlogging. I was always thinking about where to put my camera, how I'm gonna edit this into this, whatnot, that I don't really know what was actually happening. Like, I have to look back at videos to know what was going on because time just flew so fast because I was so focused on just vlogging and getting videos out. I don't want to force myself to vlog all the time because even though I do love sharing content with you guys and I know that it helps you guys feel more productive, at the end of the day, I still focus on myself a lot more, like what I enjoy doing. I still enjoy vlogging on the days that I want to vlog, and I still enjoy editing. I'm actually doing a 2-week workout challenge, which I'm really excited about, so I am excited to edit that one. But yeah, I feel like my mindset for YouTube has changed a lot. When I first started, I also wanted to grow my audience a lot. In the past few months, I've realized that I do not really care about numbers. Like, why do numbers matter? What I'm getting out from everything in my head right now is that the more pressured that I feel to do something, I tend to distance myself a lot away from it. What do I want to stop doing or do less of in 2021? I take too much on my plate. I try to juggle too many things at once, such as trying to juggle tattooing, making videos, my shop, Patreon, my own life, relationships. I just feel like it's too much for me, and I set all these high standards that I thought that I could reach. And I did reach them for a short time, but it also meant that I was losing time to myself and people that I love and just living in the moment. Because I'm trying to focus on tattooing and taking care of myself a lot more. So what I'm planning to do is that I'm gonna pause Patreon for a bit until I feel ready to come back and when I have my shit together. When I first started it, I thought that it was a really good idea because I wanted to provide more content, but then I started to get really stressed out by everything, and I just realized that it's just too much for me to handle. Like I said before, for YouTube, I'm not gonna pressure myself to posting a video once a week, once every 2 weeks, just whenever I can and I want to. I also want to be less hard on myself when things don't go the way that I want it to be. This also ties into tattooing because I don't know if you guys know this, but we all make mistakes when we tattoo, and sometimes I notice this mistake when I'm done with it, and when I take the picture I zoom in and I'm like, oh my god, I missed like one dot there, or I missed something here. I'll spend the next 3 hours looking at that one line and being like, fuck. Going on to personal growth goals, what would I like to learn in 2021? I would like to learn how to stay more organized. I've always been like this. I've always been so messy. I just need to clean more often. Another goal that I have, not just for 2021 but in general, is to learn ceramics. I really want to learn it. I've wanted to learn ceramics since high school. Every time I tried to take classes at Pratt, they always got filled up in like the first 2 seconds. This is something that I would like to learn, and when I do have time, I will definitely do so. Life lessons I'm still learning and working on. I'm still learning and working on how to be more grateful for stuff. I tend to take a lot of things for granted. I also want to work on handling my emotions better because when I get annoyed, I tend to get annoyed by really small things. I tend to get stressed out really easily, and then I tend to take that out on someone else that's close to me. I just need something to channel all that into, whether it be like yoga or journaling. Another goal that I have would be to read more. I love fiction books. I don't have the brain cell capacity for non-fiction yet. Going into money goals, my only goal is to handle and spend my money better, because I tend to buy a lot of dumb things that I don't need. And I also want to start investing. My friend Catherine and I had like a whole 2-hour discussion on investing money. I kept telling her, okay, I'm gonna do it next week, but I never got to it. Creative goals this year. What do I want to create this year? Definitely more tattoos, more paintings. I started working on these glowy bubbles. These are oil paintings. I'm trying to turn it into like a series of probably around 4 or 5 paintings. I started that out on New Year's Day. I stopped after 2 days. I have not touched it since. That is a big problem that I have. The moment I stop working on a piece, I never come back. I'm just really bad at finishing painting. To me, a painting is like never finished unless someone like starts yelling at me and they're like, Jasmine, that shit is done. This is a big goal I have, is to be able to call something finished on my own and to be able to finish it in the first place. I want to tuft more. I bought a lot of new yarn that I'm really excited to use, so I'm gonna be getting to that. I also have a lot of other creative goals, such as I want to work on printmaking, but I just feel like there's not enough time for me to do everything that I want to do. So instead of setting everything into stone, I should just let myself breathe and just try it whenever I can. The last section that I'm gonna fill out with you guys are relationship goals. Who are the most important people in my life? My parents, my grandparents, boyfriend, close friends. For my parents and grandparents, I definitely should call and talk to them more. That's something that I need to work on. And honestly, the same goes for my boyfriend and my close friends, just to talk to them more, listen to them more. Hanging out with my friends would be a goal, but it is not possible because of COVID and also the fact that I am across the country from them. And as for my boyfriend, I want to live life in the moment. I don't want to take a lot of time away from what we're doing in order to like shoot some footage, that kind of stuff. And this is just something that I've learned from the past. These are my goals for 2021. I feel like I've made quite a few of them, and I hope that I can achieve most of them by the end of the year. After reading all these goals that I made for myself, I feel like I can tie them all into one overall theme, which is just to take care of myself and be present. But in order for me to achieve these goals, I have to build habits that will last and work for me, which is something that I've always had a lot of difficulty with, which is why I found a class that I think would help me a lot and would also help you. This video is actually sponsored by Skillshare, whom I've worked with many times in the past. And if you guys don't know already, Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes. You can develop new skills, explore existing interests, and get lost in creativity. So this class is called Real Productivity: How to Build Habits That Last, and it's taught by Thomas Frank, who's a YouTuber, author, entrepreneur. And in this class, he teaches you how to build sustainable habits without feeling like a failure, how to set reasonable and realistic goals, which I did with you guys, what to do to reach them, how to handle failure without giving up, his favorite habit tracking and reflection systems, and a better understanding of habit formation and how to take ownership of yours. So I'm going to be using this class in order to help achieve my 2021 goals. Skillshare also offers membership with me. You can connect with the support of other fellow creatives and enter a community of encouragement, inspiration, and communication. So whether you're just looking to fend off boredom, or you want to focus on self-care through creativity, or you just want to join a similar creative community, Skillshare is the place for you. For those of you that are interested in the class that I'm taking, or just Skillshare in general, the first 1,000 people that click the link in my description box will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership, and after that it's only around $10 a month. Thank you to Skillshare for working with me again. I really enjoy working with them. And this is the end of the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this little chit chat. I would love to hear your 2021 goals, resolutions, so please comment them down below. And I will see you guys next time. My camera battery keeps dying, but Miso says bye too. Say bye, Miso.